Everybody talks about what they want. Everybody says, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be that, I'm gonna make it happen. Words are easy, anybody can talk. Anybody can get hyped up for a moment, but discipline, that's what separates the dreamers from the doers. Discipline is when the excitement is gone and you're still showing up. Discipline is when it's 5 in the morning, nobody's clapping, nobody's watching, but you're out there putting in the work. Discipline is when you don't feel like it, but you still move because your vision is bigger than your feelings. See, talent will get you started, but it's discipline that will keep you standing when everybody else falls. It's not about how loud you can shout about your goals, it's about how consistent you can be when the world goes silent. Discipline is quiet, but it's powerful. You don't have to post it, you don't have to brag about it. Because discipline has a way of showing up in your results. When you stay disciplined, people see it. They see it in the way you carry yourself. They see it in the way you perform. They see it in the results that cannot be denied. And here's the truth. The disciplined person doesn't have to prove anything with words. Their life is proof. Their success is proof. So don't waste energy trying to convince people of who you are. Don't waste time trying to explain your grind. Show them. Let your work introduce you. Let your discipline make the noise, because at the end of the day, discipline speaks louder than words ever could. Silence is powerful. Most people are afraid of it, but silence is where clarity is born. When you cut out the noise, when you step away from the opinions, the gossip, the distractions, that's when you finally hear yourself. That's when you finally lock in on what really matters. See, the world is loud. Everybody's talking, everybody's posting, everybody's showing off. And if you let that noise get inside your head, you'll spend your whole life chasing shadows. But when you choose silence, you take back control. You put yourself in a position where your energy isn't scattered. Your focus sharpens like a blade. Silence is not weakness. It's strategy. While they're busy making noise, you're busy building. While they're distracted, you're aligning every move. Focus comes when you stop giving your attention to things that don't serve you. And let me tell you this. When you're truly focused, you don't need validation. You don't need applause. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. Because you know exactly where you're going, and silence is the fuel that keeps you locked in. So, don't fear silence. Embrace it. Use it. Let the quiet strengthen you. Let it sharpen you. Because in silence, you discover your discipline. In silence, you find your vision. And in silence, you build the kind of focus that turns impossible dreams into undeniable reality. Too many people want to be seen before they've done the work. They want the crowd before they've earned the stage. But here's the truth. Success doesn't need an audience. It doesn't need likes. It doesn't need applause. It doesn't need people clapping for you every step of the way. Your greatest victories are born in private. When nobody's around, when it's just you, the grind, and your commitment to the vision. That's where success is built. In the early mornings, in the late nights, in the sacrifices nobody else sees. Success is forged in the dark, long before it ever shines in the light. You don't need to broadcast your every move. You don't need to prove to the world that you're working. Because the truth is, results don't hide. When you've been consistent, when you've been disciplined, when you've been locked in, the world will see it. They won't be able to deny it. Understand this, the people cheering for you don't build your success, your work does. The crowd doesn't make you great, your effort does. And when you stop looking for an audience, you stop depending on approval, and you start moving with real power. So stop chasing attention. Stop begging for validation. Stop needing to be seen. Because if you're putting in the work, your success will speak for itself. And when it does, the same people who ignored you in silence will be the first ones clapping in the spotlight. Remember this, true success is not about being noticed, it's about being undeniable, and that kind of success never needed an audience. We live in a world that wants everything right now, quick results. Instant success, fast money, but the truth is anything worth having takes time. Patience is not weakness, patience is power. See, patience is what allows you to keep pushing when the results don't show up right away. It's what keeps you steady when the journey feels slow. Most people quit not because they don't have talent, not because they don't have potential. but because they don't have patience. They expect the seed to grow into a tree overnight. And when it doesn't, they walk away. But the wise understand. The seed needs time in the dirt. It needs silence. It needs darkness. It needs patience. The same way, your dream needs time to grow roots before it can rise up. And if you rush it, you ruin it. Patience doesn't mean you sit back and do nothing. No, patience means you keep grinding, you keep showing up, you keep giving your best, while trusting that the process is working, even if you can't see it yet. Because let me tell you, when you mix patience with discipline, you become unstoppable. You don't get shaken when things don't happen overnight. You don't get discouraged when people doubt you. You don't get distracted by somebody else's timeline. You understand that your time is coming, and when it does, it will be undeniable. So hold your ground, trust the process, keep building in silence, because patience is not just waiting, it's strength. It's the quiet confidence that your moment will arrive, and when it does, nobody will be able to take it from you. Patience is not weakness. Patience is power. Anybody can make promises. Anybody can talk about what they're going to do. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to build this business. I'm going to get in shape. Words are cheap. Promises don't move people. What moves people? What shakes the world are results. The world doesn't care about what you say you'll do. The world pays attention to what you actually do. You can talk all day about goals, but if there's no action, it's just noise. You can post about your grind, but if there's no outcome, it's just another empty promise. Results don't lie. Results are undeniable. When you've been disciplined, when you've been consistent, when you've sacrificed behind the scenes, your results will introduce you. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to argue with anybody, because results speak a language that everybody understands. Think about it. When you walk into a room with results, people respect you differently. When you show up with proof, nobody questions you. They may doubt your words, but they cannot deny your results. So stop wasting energy trying to convince people of your intentions. Stop promising the world what you're going to do. Just do it. Let your actions validate your vision. Let your outcomes silence the doubters, because at the end of the day, the world won't remember your promises. The world will remember your results. Hype is temporary. Hype is loud, it's flashy, it gets attention for a moment. But then it fades. Hunger, though, hunger is permanent. Hunger is quiet. Hunger doesn't care about recognition. Hunger doesn't need applause. Hunger is the fire inside of you that keeps burning long after the hype is gone. See, anybody can ride hype. Anybody can get excited when the spotlight's on them, but hunger is different. Hunger shows up when nobody's watching. Hunger wakes you up in the morning when the bed feels too comfortable. Hunger pushes you through the pain, through the setbacks, through the failures, because hunger doesn't stop until it's fed. Hype is about what people think you are. Hunger is about what you become. Hype is built on attention, but hunger is built on consistency. And here's the truth. If you chase hype, you'll burn out. But if you feed your hunger, you'll rise. Legends are not built on hype. Legends are built on hunger. They didn't get there because somebody cheered for them. They got there because nothing could stop them from grinding, from improving, from showing up again and again. And you gotta ask yourself, are you chasing hype or are you feeding your hunger? Because hype will disappear the moment people lose interest. But hunger, real hunger, will carry you when nobody cares, when nobody believes, when nobody claps. So don't get caught up in hype. Don't let temporary excitement distract you from permanent greatness. Choose hunger, live hungry, work hungry, because hunger will take you where hype never could. Hunger over hype. Always. Not everybody deserves to know your vision. Not everybody deserves access to your dream. Because the truth is, the moment you share it, the moment you speak it into the wrong ears, you open the door for doubt, jealousy, and negativity to creep in. And that's why silence is your shield. Silence protects your vision. Understand this. People can't attack what they don't know. They can't sabotage what they can't see. They can't doubt what you never gave them the chance to hear. Too many dreams die in the hands of other people's opinions. Too many visions get watered down because somebody couldn't keep quiet long enough to build in peace. When you stay silent, you give your dream the chance to grow strong roots. You give it the protection it needs to survive before it's ready to face the storm. Silence is not about secrecy. It's about wisdom. It's about knowing that your vision is sacred, and not everyone has the eyes to see it, the faith to believe in it, or the heart to support it. And here's the thing. You don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't have to announce your every move. Let them wonder what you're doing. Let them question your silence. Because when the time is right, your results will speak for themselves. Silence keeps you focused. Silence keeps you moving without interference. Silence keeps your vision pure, and when you finally reveal it, when you finally step into that light, the world won't be able to deny it. So protect your vision. Guard it with silence, because not everyone is meant to understand, not everyone is meant to believe, and not everyone is meant to be part of the journey. Silence doesn't just protect your vision, it preserves your power.